Hello, hello. Your first chat of the year. These are my first words of the year, at least, on stream. But hello, Griffy. Hope you're having a good day. I went with your idea because I couldn't think of much of anything else that I actually wanted to do. I'm sleepy. Why is the thing not working? 1 second. Apparently at some point the blobs stop working. Yeah, true, not from your perspective, but East Coast is the best coast, so there we go. Now the blobs are working. Ta-da! What the? Okay. There we go. Blobs. I hope you're all having a good new year. Now we switch to the thing I've been drawing off and on. It's not amazing. Let's see. Ta-da! Weird. Yeah. Oh, we're drawing our boy. Did a lot of board games. Nice. Hope they were fun. Okay. I forgot that we had all these silly things. This is a old electro swing thing. We've listened to all of these before, as far as I recall. What the? Turn it off. Well, what'd you play? Anything I've actually played? Like a couple weeks ago, I played, what's it called? Tickets Please or something? Ticket to Ride, that's what it is. But it was the Pokemon version. I played that with my cousins. Well, my cousin and his fiance. And that was fun. If you don't know what that game is, you kind of just make railways with trains to kind of set up your own little path between two different locations, depending on which cards you get. And you're like, oh, I want to build a train track from Pallet Town to Viridian City or something. And if you manage to do that, you get points at the end. Let's see. Most commonly known board games in the world? Yeah, well, I didn't know about it. But I played the Pokemon version, so it's also different, right? I am me, and you're you. Both are very true. Like, I never really got into... Well, I can't say I never got into board games in general. It's just usually there's someone that introduced them to me. So if they didn't care about it, then I didn't know about it. Grassy, Castle Combo, Dolores Maximus, Scythe Underwater Cities. Needless to say, I haven't heard of either of those. Well, the Castle Combo sounds a little familiar. Yeah, I just never really... I wonder if I should turn this to something without lyrics. My brain has troubles... My brain has trouble talking over people. Yeah, exactly. Let's see... What's our favorite video game? I guess I just put Pokemon. I'm drawing Pokemon stuff. Let's see... If you don't know what we're drawing, it's this guy. Our good old Skelipede. My plan was to have one that could walk. And that was going to be the main thing, because that's what we used to get around, was just our giant buggy friend. But I just never got around to actually finishing it. I drew bits and pieces and then just went back to doing something else. But I said I didn't have much to talk about, but we can talk about what we're gonna do, because it's a whole new year! I also watched some silly thing last night. I haven't actually finished it, but someone made a whole list of Cartoon Network cartoons and like why they were canceled or just ended over the years. It's pretty amusing looking back at some of the old ones and being like, did that really end in like 2003? That's impossible. Here's a Brass Birmingham. Really solid in resource management and route building game. Sounds interesting. I am bad at resource management in those kind of games. I just want to go, 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 you know? Needless to say, I don't win that much. Well... my cousin and his fiancée also have commented that one day they'll beat me at a board game, and like I feel like they have, but maybe not. A simple placement in open draft game build a 3x3 grid of characters. Interesting. I figured castles would be bigger. I was surprised to hear about a bunch of the cartoon stuff where Cartoon Network had a 6-season, like, rule. Like, no show could get over 6 seasons. But then there were shows that just kind of did, or they were like, oh no, this isn't the same show. It's, this is a different, this is a sequel. Like, Ben 10 did that. They had, it was Ben 10, and then it was Ben 10 Omniverse or something. Then it was Ben 10 Universe or something. And like one of them was a sequel because he got older, but then the other two were like the same show. What am I missing? Yeah, and of course there's Teen Titans, which apparently started, the Teen Titans Go thing started as like its own little short thing, and then people liked it enough that they made Teen Titans Go. And then Teen Titans Go just kind of took over the entire channel, more or less. It's very meh. But you know, I don't really care about that stuff too much. My biggest issue with that show is that it kind of took over the channel and that it makes fun of people for liking the other show. That's what I never liked. Yeah, according to the video, it was one of the most successful and also longest show on their channel. The only one that actually compared was Ed, Edd n Eddy, which went on for like 7 or 8 years or something like that. Yeah, that's the other thing, is everyone you talk to says they hate it, but they're still watching it, I guess. Very solid game. Area control game or very early gaming mechanics? An area control game. Like you take over a spot and you have to kind of fight to keep control of it while getting points? Something like that? It just sounds like a Scythe kind of game. But I never really watched Teen Titans Go that much. The only thing I recall watching I didn't really like, and it was like an episode where they were talking to the remote control guy. I forget his name. And they like spend the entire episode just making fun of people for liking the original show. Didn't like that. But otherwise, I just look at it and I'm like, yep, that's a show for little kids. That's fine. Lame is definitely the way I'd put it. It was the exact kind of thing that I didn't like for Banjo-Kazooie's third game too. Where like the entirety of the first 10 or 20 minutes of the game is just them having a character laugh and make fun of people for liking the previous game. And it's no wonder it failed. But Teen Titans Go is, I think, still going? Not entirely sure. I haven't reached the end of the video I was watching. That goes over... It's basically just going over all the different shows that ended. Like, did you know that, Stinking Courage the Cowardly Dog ended in, like, 2003 or something? Like, I didn't know that. I thought for sure I watched that when I was, like, 14 or something. I'm sorry to talk over your board games, Riesling. I do like board games, but it's hard to visualize them sometimes. And people asking them to make more Teen Titans rather than Teen Titans Go, but they fumbled it. Yeah, because they just started insulting them. And I think there was an episode where, like, the old Teen Titans team up with, like, the current Teen Titans Go. I don't know how well that one was received, but... Okay, does that look good? Yeah, maybe I'm just thinking I watched it later because I was watching reruns and just didn't know it. But there were a lot of those, I just didn't have any idea. I'm gonna try something real quick. The music's gonna stop for just a second. Okay. But it was also interesting in this video, they listed an old show that I do recall called, like, What a Cartoon? That gave us, like, 10 or 20 of our cartoons that we grew up with. Like Johnny Bravo and Courage and Powerpuff Girls, they were all on this one thing this guy made sure happened on Cartoon Network. Whoops. And it was basically just a big collection of up-and-coming animators getting to show off their cartoon ideas, and it worked. Okay. How's this guy look so far? So what I want to do with this guy... I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna move the things up so these lines get it covered up. But what I want to do is have him move his legs, you know, back and forth. And then we will have Safi doing stuff up here. You know, the first one I'm thinking will just stand here. And she'll just be... maybe even arms crossed and just looking around. And then the second one will be... like that, I guess. Yes, like riding him like a skateboard. The second one will be more riding him like a skateboard. Because, you know, she'll be the cool one with the sunglasses. just doodling, but... Yeah, and then the third one will be sitting. You know, the one that's right here at the end, who looks cool, will just be sitting there, I don't know, reading a book. Those were my random ideas, though. I haven't gotten around to actually drawing her at all. I don't know how to draw books either. Nope. But, I sure can draw. Might be a little too small, but that bug is big. He is at least twice her size. But I need to finish doing all this first. Because I need to... Yeah, I was going to get to that. He's missing markings on his head and on his little tail thing. And also on his legs. He's also missing this part right here. Which I guess just outright connects, so I guess I can get rid of this line, but... Meh. But anywho... But it was fun to watch that video, or at least most of it so far, and look at all the old shows I just never... I either never saw, or just vaguely recall watching. And some I recall watching a lot. Like, you know, Courage... Johnny Bravo went until like 2007, apparently. It was a bit after that that I stopped watching TV, really. I was busy watching anime. We're doing other stuff. Okay. Just do it anyway. Now you feel funny. Well, you shouldn't do that. Don't you know you're eating pure air? It's going straight to your head. But it's okay, Griffey. You were always a little funny. Actually, you know what? Before we do this, I'm gonna start moving colors. Hello, OP. Hope you're having a good day. We're supposed to the heyday of Cartoon Network. I don't blame you. What is this? Oh yeah. Just through this. Move these up here. Move these legs down here. Oh. Oh, that is horns. Sorry, I'm doing stuff off stream that you can't see, but... There were a few I could get into at 2008, like Adventure Time. I liked Adventure Time. But there were a lot of other ones I could not get into. And there were some on this list of, like, canceled shows that I just never heard of before, but a few of them were apparently, like, preschool shows. Like, they had one where it was about a bunch of talking fire trucks. I was like, what is this? Yeah, I know, you completely missed Adventure Time. It wasn't bad. It was also very popular. It had, I want to say 2 or 3 different miniseries. I think it was 3. Yeah, it was Stakes, Islands, and Elements, I think. And now it's got 2 more with a sort of like prequel sequel kind of thing, and then Fiona and Cake, which is its own thing. But I remember Islands being annoying because it kind of... So you wouldn't get it, but the main character, Finn, has a father, as most people do. But he never met his father. Because it turns out his father was in prison. In like a space prison. And then when he finally meets his dad's just a huge jerk. Like, think of the most scummy person you can think of. Like, that's his character. And then in Islands, they explain why he's like that, and it's because he kind of lost his wife, and also got bonked on the head too many times. Which felt a little mean, I guess. Felt a little wrong to summarize him being a jerk just because he had got bonked on the head. I was also busy watching Naruto. I missed a lot of small episodes for Adventure Time. What am I doing? I have to go through and like list each one is... That's that. The eye. I didn't list all of these as color, so I'm confusing myself. Okay. The ending is pretty interesting. It doesn't really tie up everything, it just kind of says, and then they moved on and had a life, you know? And the first early seasons aren't that great, from what I recall. They make fun of that later. But they had a lot of points where Finn would say something dumb while punching people instead of cursing. He'd punch a guy in the face and be like, mathematical! And stuff like that. It was made fun of a little bit. Just a little bit. I'll rename all of these, which I should have done before, but I didn't. And if you missed it, OP, I was watching a video that went over a bunch of cartoons that were canceled on Cartoon Network. And they did not include anime, because they were like, it has to have appeared on Cartoon Network first, more or less. But seeing anime on Cartoon Network was... I don't know. Fun back then, I guess. I also watched Cowboy Bebop and... What else was there? I want to say Sailor Moon was on there briefly. Hi, OP. Always good to see ya. Anywhere else is licensed for the third series beginning was real. Watching anime on broadcast just... It made Cartoon Network where I would go to watch a lot of stuff. Especially because I don't think 4Kids was on there. At least, I'm pretty sure One Piece and stuff wasn't on there. Yeah, they were on Warner Brothers or Kids WB or whatever. Sorry, I'm moving things around so you're not seeing much. Cartoon Network until it was the Boo Saga. Does date it a little bit, but it's fine. Oh, dang it. Spiky Doos. Now the spikes are there, cool. That. And that colors the legs. I guess we can just put the rest down here. Then we just need to cover up that. Where is he? Okay. There's this, and then I think we're good. But anyway, logically I could have drawn this a lot better, but I didn't. Sue me. Yeah, I think 2007 to 2009 is when I started avoiding TV too. Which apparently allowed us to avoid one of the darker times of Cartoon Network. According to the video thing, they had a whole thing, which is hilarious, where they were posting some, like, what are they called? What are those neon light things called? You put a little piece of plastic in a square and they light up. I forget the exact setup for how the video guy explained it. It's VogJam, by the way, is the name of the channel that had the video. Yeah, were they called glow sticks? They were glow something. But, whoops. Either way, they posted the guys who were in charge of Cartoon Network and were announcing a Aqua Teen Hunger Force like movie thing. They posted a bunch of those around a city. I forget which city. And apparently it was on the news that people found them and were alarmed. They thought they were bombs or something similar. And then apparently some guy was like, wait, aren't those the... what are they called? What are the aliens from Aqua Teen Hunger Force called? The Mooninites? Isn't that a Mooninite? And everyone involved in that was very embarrassed. And Cartoon Network got in trouble. For some reason. Couldn't tell you why. Because there was a whole big alarm that someone had posted bombs around a city. Yes, that, I think. The Boston Police Department, Boston Fire Department mistakenly identified battery-powered LED place cars depicting the Mooninite characters from Adult Swim animated television series Aqua Teen Hunger Force as improvised explosive devices, leading to a massive panic surrounding Massachusetts. Yeah, I was thinking of Light Brights, because that's what they look like. Light Brights sounds correct. And they were just a marketing advertisement for their new movie. But... oh, there's the one. you know, people were a little... Yep, not surprising. It was a whole thing, and Cartoon Network got in trouble, and their current CEO had to step down. Which isn't good, obviously. I forget the name of the guy who took over, but he was someone that wanted to have live action stuff on the channel. Yeah, to me that whole thing just sounded like the police and everyone in charge was just embarrassed that they got spooked by a bunch of light brights. It was very funny to me. When was that? In 2007. Like, did no one have binoculars? What the... My pen stopped working. Weird. And get rid of that. But yeah, the guy who took over wanted a bunch of live action and sports things on a Cartoon Network channel. You know, the thing with the cartoons in the name. So both of us avoided watching those because all of them apparently flopped really hard. There was a show where... Like, there was a show where a kid got a brain transplant, and the brain that was transplanted into his head belonged to a cartoonist. So now he's seeing cartoons everywhere, and they're like talking to him. It didn't go well. There are a bunch of things like that. Just a bunch of weird, like, dive into sitcoms or just sports on a cartoon channel. I believe I did. I'm so moving layers. But what are you gonna do? Huh. This looks like my... Maybe it's dying. No. If it does keep dying, I have another plan on a silly game we can play. Let's see if this works. It's dead for you. Oh. Nope. No shows allowed right now on this channel. He said, you kids need to go outside and, I don't know, play somewhere else. Oops. Huh. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Hold on. But it was sad to go through the show and see all these, or go through the video and see all these shows that ended. And a lot of them I remember being like slightly interested in, but they just kept getting thrown to weird time slots. Like, whatever happened to Robot Jones? According to the video, apparently they wanted to end the show with Robot Jones taking over the planet. And for some reason, Cartoon Network had an argument with the main creator. Couldn't tell you why. Oh, I loved Space Ghost Coast to Coast on Adult Swim. Which apparently was, and I vaguely recall seeing it, it was on normal Cartoon Network for a while until they brought it back for adults. They brought it back for an anniversary and then they brought it into Adult Swim, I think. I forget which one came first. But apparently Coast to Coast was sort of the first... I forgot how insane this stupid song is. Okay, go away. Coast to Coast was like one of the first abridged series because it was using images and figures from the original Space Ghost cartoon. But, you know, officially. Which is really fun to look back at and be like, yeah, that guy is definitely just cut out of something. Which I always thought it looked weird, but who knew it was because of that? Yeah, he remembered actual Space Ghost, and now, for some reason, Space Ghost is just kind of here and talking with all the bad guys from his show. Put that there, put that there. Yeah, Harvey Birdman was also a good one. I don't know if it followed the same rules as Space Ghost. I don't think they were. Playing the thing on Boomerang, I mean. Let's see. Because it was sad to see a lot of shows just being thrown to Boomerang. I never really watched C-Lab, admittedly. Oh. That's spikes. Why? Oh, I was using the lines. Okay, that makes sense. I was on the wrong layer. Yeah, the Hanna-Barbera characters getting to show up on there was very fun, too. And it was fun seeing a lot of them again, because I also kind of grew up with watching those shows. You know, did you know that a lot of them got somewhat somewhat sequels. Or had their own, like, whole section in the channel where they would show all the old shows before Boomerang, I guess. Or before Boomerang was around. Which is pretty neat. What am I looking? These really, you should really label these things properly. Nick and Night jump from... I have never seen those first two, but I did watch Fresh Prince back in the day. And it was fun from here. It was fun back then. Not sure I would enjoy it that much now, but... There it is. But hard to say. There it is. Okay. Okay, that's the back body. Oh, that's the fused ones. It is our big boy.
We, Akatsuki, will deliver.
Hello, Reborn. Hope you're having a good day. We're talking about old cartoons. I watched a video that went over a bunch of the old Cartoon Network stuff. And either why or at least when they were canceled. Like, I didn't know, or at least I didn't remember, that Ed, Ed, and Eddie went on until... Let's see... 2009. It was the longest running show until Teen Titans Go came around. But they went out on their own terms. You know, they had the Ed, Edd n Eddy Big Picture Show as their finale. Definitely one of my favorites. I'm gonna do a thing real quick. The thing I just found out I can do is I can color the layers. That way I don't have to keep glancing over and see which one's colored. Okay. Yeah, that's the one where you meet Eddie's brother and you finally understand why Eddie's the way he is. Because Eddie's brother is just the scummiest person you can imagine. And despite that, Eddie just wants his approval. Which is very sad. And then not only does everything make sense, but like all of the kids in the cul-de-sac are just like okay with Ed and Eddie now. Like they stick up for him. Which was a nice little closing note, I guess. Yeah, I think the only weird part about the ending is, or I guess not weird, but the part that surprised me was, what are the sisters' names? Anyway, the sisters that liked the Ed, Edd n Eddy stayed back and beat up his brother. Or, you know, it's heavily implied that they beat him up. The Canker Sisters, that was it. Thank you, Reborn. Yeah, that one got a good ending. Got no real notes on it. It also got very close to the 6-season rule. that Cartoon Network apparently had, which was weird. But apparently that 6-season rule worked out for a few of the writers, because they were, you know, after 6 seasons of writing one show, you do start running out of ideas. Like, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, I think, was about to get there. And they were starting to run out of ideas. Although, apparently there's potentially going to be another one of those shows. What the? Oh, it's the other one. And Foster's Home might be getting a kind of sequel. Oh, there's not the cover. I agree, more shows should have a limit. Or at the very least, I don't know. There should always be room for new stuff, which is apparently what that rule was about, but... Oh, this one. There we go. Hope this music isn't too annoying. It's a little high energy for what I'm doing. I'd like it more... There you go. Now it's like he's wearing little shoes. Yeah, agreed. Which, I was surprised to find... I think it was Ed, Edd n Eddy. Or not Ed, Eddy. Dexter's Lab. That had, like, so many... people show up. Or, like, part of writing it that went to go make a bunch of other shows. Like Fairly Odd Parents, for instance. Let's see... But I forget the exact thing, because that was a bit ago. Yeah, Fairly Odd Parents should have ended before the baby, and especially before the dog. Which, you know, I'm okay with having a fairy dog, but he was annoying. And, you know, when... Like, when it started going into him making a whole fairy family, it kind of started feeling like he was just going to turn into a fairy. Timmy, I mean. I'm like, forget you, Mom and Dad. I'm going to go be with my real Mom and Dad. My Fairly Odd ones. It's like, I know they were jerks, but... at times. That is fixed. May you make a music suggestion? Of course. I thought about turning on the music request thing, but I forget how to do that. Let's see. Let's agree to YouTube terms of service in order to view this embedded link. Okay, thanks. That's not what I copied. 1 second. I don't know. Twitch is telling me I can't look at what you sent unless I agree to YouTube's terms. There we go. And yeah, is that the movie where his, like, future self comes back? Or is that a different one? It's not your fault, Twitch is just weird. But, it's working. Thanks for the music suggestion. Oh, remember where the heck this... the colors. Okay. Doesn't look right. Yeah, if I don't do that, then that happens. I guess that's fine. TV remote ends with adult Timmy played by Alec Baldwin. Okay, yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I would have probably agreed that that would have been a good ending. Plus, it does end with... Yeah, it ends with adult Timmy, like, looking at the goldfish and being like, okay. Like, clearly he forgot, but... It probably should have been, but then they made a whole... They made a whole thing where Timmy made an illegal wish of stopping time, and apparently no one noticed. I think that was their big reveal at the end. Hello, Mimikyu. Hope you're having a good day. And yep. It's our first stream of the new year, and it's an art stream where I already did the lines. Now I'm just kind of fumbling with the colors. Well, I did the first half of the lines. Where is this? I have all of these labeled perfectly. Where? There it is. Okay, that's what I thought would happen. At the end of season 4 and the baby's introduced in season 6? Really? Jeez. Yeah, what happened in season 5? Where did it all go wrong? It got canceled. There we go. I mean, it wasn't even really... Okay, I'm gonna take this. Go back up here. I know you guys can't see any of this, but I swear things are happening. There. Last one I came back 2 years later was 6. It was just a big, we're not done yet. Which season introduced Chloe? That was after the baby, and I think after the dog, so that was, yeah, that was pretty late. because I think that was the last thing they did, was add her, right? Which was pretty bad, from what I recall. She was not a well-received character. I think it also made Timmy, like, more of a jerk, which he could occasionally be a jerk, but... You'd think he would have learned something after all this time, or whatever. It was the last one. Not surprised. Guess we'll do this for that one. These will probably just bounce the same way because I'm lazy. Do this way and then like a little bit higher. Hello, Mimikyu. We were talking about cartoons. It's a thing to talk about. Do you have a favorite cartoon that was eventually cancelled? I'm still surprised that thinking... I mentioned it a bit ago, but the Courage the Cowardly Dog was 2002. That's... I feel like I was watching that for a long time. I never watched Owl House. That was well after I stopped watching TV, really. It wasn't an anime, so I didn't care. Guess we'll go. Gumball's back? I know they've been working on, or they were working on the movie or special or something. But I like Gumball. It was... Oh. Weird how this is working. It had a lot of jokes I appreciated. Oh, right. Go down here. Maybe. I totally know where there it is. Oops. The Wonderful Weird World of Gumball? That's how they got around their, like... Only 6 seasons, guys. They would just make it another series. Be like, it's not the same show. It's obviously different. It's just the same characters, but it's a sequel, so... Still, that's neat. Maybe I'll give it a look at some point. I think it ended on a cliffhanger, or of some sort. Trying to think and draw at the same time is difficult. You may not believe me, but I do believe it is. What were other shows I recall watching? And when Griffey gets back, I'll go over the live action stuff again. Because we both missed that era of Cartoon Network where they just went and did a bunch of live action things that all flopped. And I was surprised to hear about each one of them. Like, a lot of them were like basketball shows, or one was like a show where they would build stuff and then blow it up, trying to appeal to teenage boys or something. Oh, well, hi, Griffey. I was gonna ask if you ever watched Chowder or Flapjack. Which Flapjack, the guy who wrote that, or the people that wrote that, went on to make Over the Garden Wall, I think? Or was it something else? Yes, that was what that one show was called, where you build stuff up and then destroy it. Hello, Phoenix. Were you a fan of that show? Let's see. Okay, I think we're good on this. So... if we do this... but the commercials were constant, I guess I avoided them. I managed to avoid them in those brief times where I would just watch Billy and Mandy or something. I never really got into Flapjack. Despite my love for Courage, I didn't really care for Flapjack's art style. It was creepy and... eh. I actually liked Chowder here and there, but it was so loud sometimes that I was like, I'm just gonna go play Kirby Air Ride instead. You know? I'm gonna do that. Doing dumb things because I am goofy. But apparently both of those shows, and I think another show, I forget what the video guy said, got canceled because they were trying to push that live action stuff so much. They were taking up, you know, airspace. And so the creators of those shows just went and did something else. I'll leave these alone. Need those later. Okay, I think now we move on to shading, everyone's favorite part of drawing. Well... I'll probably leave the back unshaded, or at least a little shaded, but not a lot. Because they'll probably have like different color things or something going across it. But it's a little mean to say, I think, but I'm kind of glad that all the live action stuff just kind of flopped. I'm just not a fan of the idea of a cartoon show having a bunch of live action things on it for no reason. Or a cartoon channel, I guess. Nickelodeon was always kind of mixed with those, so it didn't feel weird, but even then I kind of avoided most of the live action stuff too. I can only watch people get covered in slime so many times. Okay. They had some good ones, don't get me wrong. There were a few of them I kind of just avoided. But, you know, like, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was on there, I'm pretty sure. I enjoyed that show from time to time. What were other ones? Don't remember. Most of the live action shows I can remember watching are like Sabrina. That's So Raven, I think I watched. There were a few more, but heck if I can remember what they were. Of course, Sabrina had Salem, so it was definitely at the top of my list of enjoyable live-action shows. You grew up with Clarissa. Never heard of that one. Okay, this part would be difficult. We'll just leave it like that for now. I mentioned it before, but I plan on making these move back and forth. Oh, wait. I just realized you guys can't see my mouse this whole time. Get that real quick. Oops. Same lead actress. Interesting. There we go. Ta-da! You can see me fumble around in live action. Coming to you live. That's... Yeah, I guess I didn't watch that one. Weird, because I'm pretty sure someone... Well... Someone being my mother was the one that got me into watching that show to begin with. I figured she would just have been a fan. But I guess she was just a fan of the show, not the actress. I forget which live-action shows they actually had on Cartoon Network that were canceled. Oh yeah, I was also especially surprised that Teen Titans ended in 2006. I thought that show went on for a lot longer, but maybe the current iteration of it just makes me think that. Yeah, that also could have just been it. It was also one of those shows I just didn't really know ended, maybe? Because it ends with, It ends with the episode where Beast Boy finds Terra just in a regular school. You know, acting like a regular student. But you're probably right, and that's probably why I think a lot of these shows just ended a lot further down the line than they did. And, you know, by the time I watched Legends of the Hidden Temple or whatever, it was already done for like 5 or 6 years, maybe more. And yeah, I agree. I think her story ending, or, you know, her arc ending was fine. And they got to do what they could with it. There wasn't a lot to do. Her stories she got baited into being evil by Slade or whatever. I think that was his name, right? You know, after he was upset that Robin didn't want to hang out. Yeah, I don't remember if it was before or after. No, it was before Ravens. Because I think Terra kills / gets rid of Slade by throwing him into lava, and then he comes back as demon whatever. Red X dude resolved? Nope. We have no idea who was behind the mask. As far as I know. It's like possible they said something off during an interview or something if they had a plan for who that was, but as far as I know, they never revealed who stole Robin's stuff. If that's what you meant. Okay, am I missing anything? I think I recall reading someone's theory that it was one of the other Robins that did it, but that, I don't know if that makes any sense. It would fit their usual habits of messing with each other, but... don't know if it made any sense for one of them to show up at that time. Well, maybe that's what I read. But yeah, that might have been Jason Todd. Robin was already kind of an amalgamation Robin, but he was the best Robin, probably. He's the one that becomes... Nightwing? I think is the name? Oh, okay, this is just... Staff was the Drake dude? I don't remember the Drake. Yeah, he becomes Nightwing. I remember there being some time travel episode. I think... Starfire or someone goes into the future and then comes back and was like, you turned into Nightwing or something. And the episode ends with Robin muttering, Nightwing. Or something goofy like that. I am not either. He seems like the most put together Robin, from what Robin things I've seen. You know, if he took over as the Batman, he would probably do a pretty good job. But, you know, instead, Batman's job gets taken over by his son clone thing. Which is fine, too. I guess that's just... If you mean Teen Titans, I also appreciated how they were just their characters, more or less. You know, Beast Boy wasn't whatever his actual name is, he's just Beast Boy, and they just called him that. But it is sad how well, I don't know if sad's the right word, but I'm glad that Teen Titans is remembered, even if it is because of Teen Titans Go, you know? Alright. I've never really been super into comic stuff, but I still watched Teen Titans and enjoyed it. Maybe because it was usually fun, you know? I'm pretty sure we talked about... what was the other one? It's like Justice League, but they're kids, or it's like a bunch of their sidekicks all together. I didn't like that one, because it was mostly drama. Young Justice. Yeah, thank you, Reborn, again. Which, you know, no offense to anyone who liked it. I thought it was pretty well written, I just don't like when it's mostly drama. Let's see. It's probably fine. Yeah, there was another like cartoon collection where a bunch of people made cartoons for a bunch of shorts, and one of them was basically Teen Titans Go. And it was popular enough that they decided to just go ahead and make it its own show. Oh, whoops, I'm bad. And, you know, then it kind of just took over the channel. Oop. Survey's still out on whether that's a good thing or not. Oh, did I put that on? No. There it is. Chibiusa Teen Titans. It's just... I haven't really watched it either. I'm just aware it's a more fast-paced and way more comedic version of Teen Titans. The only part I've really seen is the part I didn't like at all, where they kind of just make fun of people who enjoyed the original more. Don't like that. The remote guy, I forget his actual supervillain name. He takes over their TV and shows them how cool they used to be. But then they kind of just rip on it the whole time. Control freak, thank you. I remember the control, but not that he was a freak. My bad. Oh, I have a spot that... Nothing wrong with forgetting a minor villain. He would cry if he heard you or saw you say that. I at least know that for sure. Wow, harsh. But probably fair. But what if he takes your controller? What if he takes your remote control, Reborn? Good cheeseburger flavored chip. An actual cheeseburger the chip will leave you wanting. That is fair. And I have heard there are some really surprising cheeseburger flavored chips out there. Never had one myself, though. You can has cheeseburger, but only a chip. Only a chip off the old block. Anywho. Oh, I didn't put it to multiply. Yeah. Not sure this is the best way to color these, but that's what I'm doing. Vegeta's Titans if you have the time machine. We do have a time machine. But it only goes forward, so you'll have to go all the way forward in order to get back to the beginning of Teen Titans. And who knows what'll happen then. Which reminds me of another dumb video that I mentioned I was watching last night, right as it hit midnight over here. There was a Futurama thing, because there's been a stupid controversy for years about whether or not Nibbler was in the first episode. And someone found an original videotape of the first airing, like before the first airing, actually. And he was like, nope, there he is. So the case has been closed. Nibbler was in the first episode of Futurama. Or, you know, his shadow was. I'm sure someone out there will still argue, though. There's always at least one. Don't like how that looks, but I'll fix it. What did I do? Need to go up to body. Main body shell. I'm being pretty lazy with how I'm coloring this in, but it's fine. If I manage to actually get this animated and walking, it probably won't be very apparent because he'll be moving and no one will care. No one will care that it's a little weirdly shaded. I'll leave the back unshaded though. I can add moving lights or something later. Yeah, I don't care about facts. I want to be right. And if I gotta time travel to be right, then yeah, so be it. Yeah, I always thought that was a weird one to even argue about, that whether or not Nibbler was in the first episode. But, I don't know. There is an episode where he's not there, though. Where they, like, I think it was the What If machine? There's the what if Fry didn't come to the future. And Nibbler is not there at all. Which is probably what set people off. Like, no, look, in this one he's not there. I don't like that, but nothing I can do about it. Watching Teen Titans, playing Xenosaga 2. Very good times. I don't know what I was playing when I was watching Teen Titans. Might have been Kirby Air Rider, who knows? That shouldn't be there. Get out of here, you. And the curiosity of it. Yeah, curiosity's fine. Especially if you're like me and don't remember stuff. But, you know, a lot of people were always commenting like, hey, he looks like that Shadow. And stuff like that. Ow. They also did change a few things later on in the first episode of Futurama. Like one of the lines and some other visual thing, I forget. Yeah, Nibbler shot first. He was always there. He will always be there and always has been there. Except for that one time he wasn't, but we don't talk about that time. It was a what if. There's the circle spots. Don't need to do anything with them yet. Now, the things I have listed as spiky doos. Because I don't really know what these are for, but they do exist. Calculate a Griffey fun fact. Well, share this fun fact. It's fine if it's not related. I'm just saying random words anyway. I wish I could say more about other cartoons, but I'd have to look over and see them. Oh, there was a small thing I didn't know, at least at the time, is that in Dexter's Laboratory, the guy who voiced Uncle Iroh and also Aku was the guy who did the intro? You turn the wheel of Griffey. What is the fun fact we shall learn today? Yeah, Mako. I didn't want to say his name wrong. But he did the intro for Dexter's Laboratory. Or was it the exit? One of the two. You're back with the same 33 cats monthly. Oh no. Is that your expedition to 33 cats? That's a lot of cats. Are your cats always jealous when you come home, smelling like other cats? I guess that's more of a dog thing, though. Yeah, I'm sure they got used to it eventually. Maybe that's why they mess with you so much. They might be used to it, but that doesn't mean they're happy with it. Our lazy boy does not really... Doesn't really have any shade to it, but I'll add some anyway. Oops. Double whoops. Here we go. But I'm glad you get to enjoy hanging out with so many cats. I can't remember the last time well... No, there was the cats I moved... last year, I think. Pretty early last year. And there's a cat that occasionally shows up in the backyard, but I just wave at it and move on. Probably. I'm sure he was very relieved that you no longer were hanging out with some dirty dogs. You know, dirty dogs that you weren't introducing him to. Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Sadly, that show was not on Cartoon Network, so it did not show up on the videos I was watching. But hey, that's fine. I definitely knew that 2010 or so is when I stopped watching Cartoon Network, because I was watching the video and a lot of them, I'm like, I had no memory of ever seeing this show. Or just very little memory of ever hearing it mentioned. Like Regular Show. I've seen memes and have seen people talk about it, but I never watched it. But I probably would have watched it a lot had it been around the time I was watching TV. An expedition number of cats. There was at least one expedition that had that number of cats. Very true. Okay, and now we do... back here. That was the same time as Adventure Time? Roughly, yeah. I think it actually ended before Adventure Time fully did, but Adventure Time started in... I don't remember when Adventure Time started. Let me go back on this thing. The Adventure Time was 2010. And Regular Show was... I don't remember. Let's see, I'm looking at a thing right now. Also 2010. But it ended 2017. Yeah, but I just never watched Regular Show, I guess. Maybe it just didn't catch my attention because it was kind of sitcom-y, I guess. Or it was just on at a time I didn't look at the TV. I was probably too busy watching Naruto or some other thing. Do I want to be lazy? Yes. Do that there. Now. Well, you know, nothing against it. I guess I don't really have an excuse, because even though I watched Adventure Time here and there, mostly got into it when it started getting more serious, and I also watched Steven Universe from time to time. Of course, I was watching both of those online, so after a bit. Oh yeah, forgot about the legs. Where even are the legs? There are legs, or at least leg. There is back leg, but where is front leg? There it is. Oops. Adventure Bros was also fun. It was also one of those I watched here and there, but never went out of my way to watch it if it was on. I think it had a lot of episodes that were kind of gross looking. Ow. But yeah, it ended up having more continuity and plot than I expected to. I'm sure. I remember the big reveal of the boys being clones. Possibly being where I got more interested, because like, what? They've been dying? Ugh, I don't like that. And then they stopped doing it. May have turned out differently if not watching Metalocalypse at 12 years old. Nah, I doubt it. You would have still been the big nerd we know you are now. You know, maybe you would have just dressed a little brighter. That's all. In retrospect, I could have probably colored this whole area in differently. Oh well. I'm not sure of any cartoons that really affected me that much. Naruto, I guess, but like outright Cartoon Network stuff, I'm not sure. You know, I watch stuff like Billy and Mandy and Courage, and I don't really care for spooky stuff, which I guess maybe that affected it. Maybe I'm so spooked I don't even know it. It's possible. Oh, one different things. Yep, same. Then you killed Itachi and you stopped watching. Not same here, but I mean, I kept watching until the end, but once it ended, I was pretty done. I still haven't seen whatever movie it was that came afterward. That shouldn't be here, that should be over there. wonder that isn't working. On the wrong layer. Me. Yep, every time I hear anything about Boruto, I'm like, I don't want to read further. It's terrible. It is... I'm sure they could fix it eventually, but I kind of wish they just made up a whole new thing. You can have it in the same world, but use different characters or something at least. Make it be like 1,000 years later, or 100 years later, and suddenly, aliens. Or, you know, something. Look forward to Buffy. Is she back to slay vampires? Well, the thing is with Sasuke, and hooray, new year, another chance to rant about Naruto. But the thing is about Sasuke, he didn't really do anything. He threatened to do a lot of things, and he did kill an old guy, but that old guy was a war criminal, so I guess it's fine. But he did a few things that were kind of okay. He killed Orochimaru, and then Orochimaru came back. That's the one I don't get. Why'd they forgive that guy? Yeah, they're all kind of war criminals in the end. Except maybe Killer Bee or something. He's probably fine. From Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho and then made you giggle. Yeah, they're basically kind of the same character. That's their job. Well, he was the old guy. What's his name? Danzo? Yeah, that's his name. He was like a war criminal in New Game Plus mode. He didn't need to be a war criminal anymore. He could have retired. But he just kept doing it anyway. Yeah, I feel like we've talked about this before. But where did Hiei come from? Yeah, Hiei is definitely... well, probably cooler than Sasuke. Can't say I recall, though. But Sasuke really didn't do much. Wait, what the? Oh, I put this on multiply. Whoops. Like, why is that purple now? This shouldn't be purple now. Now, granted, he did threaten that he was gonna do a bunch of stuff. He was like, well, I'm gonna go kill all the Kages or whatever. But, you know, he spent an arm trying to prove his point and lost it, so everything's fine. Hey. Oh. Skunky? Who the heck is Skunky? Oh well. Wow, the wiki thing is just Skunky is a character in the Auto Hero series? Huh. There's no description or anything about what he is, just he's a character. And what a character he is. So what you're saying is that Hiei and Sasuke both were based off a skunk, and that's why they stink sometimes. Only sometimes. Everyone in their course kept saying how good yeah, Itachi is... I like the concept of Itachi. No, he definitely did them. Not only did he do them, but he killed the people that weren't even, like, involved. It was only Sasuke. He was like, I can't do it. I look at my little bro and I'm like, aw, he's so cute and useless. I can't kill him. I can go ahead and kill my nephews or my cousins, though. No problem. They're also 12, but who cares? He did kill all of those people. And some of them were also kids, I'm pretty sure. But don't worry about it, because, you know, just look into his eyes. Also, I'm going to be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to get up for a second and check on someone. Thought the story was Toby killed most, if not all of them? No, I don't think Toby was there at that point. I mean, he was around, but he wasn't... I don't think he influenced Itachi. I could be wrong, though. It's been a while since I watched... Yeah, I think he just taught him something. Now, it's possible he used his weird... No, that was Itachi that had that. Because he might have used his weird eye to make him do it. But I think Danzo had the weird eye. He did at least half. Well... I will accept being wrong. Oh, I'm still muted. Whoops. People in the time frame just wasn't possible. He was so cool, though. Why wouldn't it be possible? But now I agree. Him having a partner for it makes sense. Did kill his parents and apparently hypnotized his love interest. You know, and also tormented and traumatized Sasuke because that's what loving brothers do. Yeah, Itachi at least definitely killed the pretty innocent people. Relatively speaking. Oops. Here, and then we do that, and then we do multiply. Cool. Then you get power up based on how traumatized you are. Yeah. An illusion of growing old and happy together. I don't remember that, but I believe it. He could have just moved him somewhere else. But a lot of the stuff you can also, or at least they could chalk it up to like, oh, well, Danzo had this mind-controlling eye that you can't resist and makes you think that it was your idea, or some other nonsense. Didn't like that addition either, personally. And also the eye was from Itachi's best friend, so he knew about it. So he could resist it occasionally. Maybe. Yeah, I guess you could look at it like Itachi was supposed to be this really cool, strong, smart guy, but he kind of failed at everything he did. You know, for the most part, I guess. Oops. I don't like how this... Things all the way over there. Whoops. It more became the Sharingan series. And I guess the Byakugan was there too, occasionally. It showed up in the end, and then I don't think it was really relevant at all. But it was there. Yeah, he did what he could. And that's why they forgave Sasuke, because they were sure that he was also going to drop the ball, which he often did. Probably. I don't like that it's there. Which, from what little I know of Boruto, he kind of does do that. He's probably fine without it. Maybe. So what I'm doing is I'm using just the multiply blending. So it basically just makes it... Oh, that's why. There we go. Just makes it kind of mix with the background color. There we go. Here's our boy for now. Now the plan is I kind of want to animate him, but I don't think I could do that right now. Couldn't figure out a good way to not have Naruto and Sasuke solve everything. Boruto actually gouged out Sasuke's Rinnegan in a simple training accident, and then just murdered Kurama. I wish you never said any of those words to me. Ugh. Like, I won't lie to you guys. I really liked Naruto. I read and even wrote a bunch of Naruto fanfiction stuff, and that sounds like something straight out of a bad fanfiction. Yeah, I guess you can at least... yeah, Inuyasha does have a sequel. I forget what it's called. To fix... Remain in the shadows forevermore. They will show up eventually. Your cat will find them, Griffey. And then your cat will reveal itself to be the two-tailed cat demon. Come to deliver you ultimate ninja power. Yeah, I figured Kurama came back, because... Oh, Naruto's daughter has him? I didn't know that. I guess that's cute. I do recall at least one post someone made of how she's actually the scariest character. Don't know if that was before or after. But, you know, the Ninetales Fox coming back at least makes sense, because they're immortal. Him willingly going to hang out in another seal doesn't quite make sense. He probably wants to stretch his legs. And also trying to recall if I answered, but no, I don't recall that Bleach had another series. I still haven't seen the latest Bleach stuff that came out. That, like, addressed the end or whatever. And yeah, the name Kurama never felt as good as Kyuubi or whatever. The Nine-Tailed Fox. You're the Nine-Tailed Fox or whatever. Okay, real quick though, how's our guy look? How's our big old buggy boy look? Yeah, I was okay with some of them having names, but I don't know. The Nine-Tailed Fox sounded fine to me. You know, to the Yu Yu Hakusho character? Maybe. I mean, if he based Sasuke off Hiei, then that would make sense too. Let's see. Oh yeah, that guy was named Kurama. I forgot. And real quick, for those that don't recall, this guy. I forgot that was his name. He definitely deserves the name a little more than our giant demon fox did. I don't see the Nine-Tailed Fox using a rose. Let me delete him. I think a bad Yu Yu Hakusho fic. Could be. Not the same world though, so mean. I'm gonna do a real quick thing, which is... What the? Why are there Why are there lines there? What did I do? I'm just searching every single... Wait, I know what it is. The way... Wait, no, that couldn't be it. I was gonna say it's the way the collars mix together, but that doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's because the main body is over. Okay. There we go, fix it. Ugh. Here's me to start off some fanfiction of another. It's true. A lot of shows are inspired by a lot of shows. And when you take things from one show to make your show, stuff, you know, the lines start getting crossed. Kurama's just the name of a fox spirit? But which was the original? Where's the original Kurama? That's the real question. Twilight is a Harry Potter fanfiction. 50 Shades of Grey is Twilight. Ugh. Makes sense, I guess. I wrote a lot of bad stories back in the day. Some that actually got a lot of random praise, and then I never wrote them again. And you'll never know what they are. But writing stuff is pretty fun at times. I even briefly thought of writing my own story of some sort, but I never did. But it would have been heavily based on all the other things I've written. There we go. I want to just do this for some of them. No, I don't really like that. Makes them look dirty. Fired by Stephanie Mayer. I don't even know who any of those people are. Well, here's our boy for now. Now what I want to do, and is probably going to be really difficult, is I want to make him run. Did he ever run in game? Yeah, he was our... Well, you know, now you have me second guessing myself. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he ran. Well, we can easily check. Since I don't really mess with my Switch that much, the game is still in there. I feel like the legs moved. He like did a little hop. What I vaguely recall. Let's see. Ta-da! I'm gonna turn off our relaxing Pokemon music to get our unrelaxing Pokemon music. If it ever loads. There we go. Oh yeah, I think I can collect Platinum Points. Wow! I think the DLC thing is out, but I'm not gonna bother getting it. And there she is. Our blue queen. Okay. And there he is. Our big old boy, Skolesteed. Yeah, let's see, he does little hops. Now it's gonna be hard to animate that with my poor two-dimensional skills, but... what I would really appreciate having him as... like something we could ride on. Why is that weird? He just does little hops. He's just a big bored bug. Probably a horse. Maybe. Is it not a horse? It could be a deer. He does have horns. Was walking versus running? He doesn't run. Skolesteed goes at his own pace. He will walk behind me and teleport. I could try to slow down, see what he does. While their spine doesn't move. He like... if I really do it, then he'll like slowly slide along, but then I move too fast for him because he's a big old boy. And he just kind of hops forward. Yeah, like a big goofy dog. The sun is getting low. Oh. Speaking of a big goofy dog, there's also this big goofy dog. Does he run like a dog? Yeah, as long as he's not teleporting. Here goes. Scolosis. Confirmed to be a weird dog, you heard it here. Are there any other run cycles you wanted to see before I turn the thing back off? I haven't touched the game since we last streamed it. Well, that's not true. I put all of our friends in a box. Because eventually what I also wanted to do was have like some of our main teammates show up in a background. That's a lot of work though, but like, you know, we could have Yukina? Can't think of any weirdos off the top of your head. What do you mean? You're watching one. If any of the horse Pokemon work like horses? Do we have a horse Pokemon in this game? I'm good. I won't fit, so I won't sit. Not in that box. This guy probably runs like a horse because he doesn't have a spine to move. If that counts. We've got lions and tigers and maybe a bear in here. But I don't know if there's any horse Pokemon. Oh, I think Rapidash is in here. I just don't know where I put it. Dogs. Yeah, I just don't know if there's Mudsdale, I think? Rapidash. I can't think of other horses at the moment. Who's this thing? He's a deer. That counts. It's possible I just don't have it, but I swear I have it. Yeah, Here, I'll put you in here. I'll be back, don't worry. Yes. Let's see. Goat. I'm pretty sure you're right and we saw a Rapidash, but I don't remember if we caught it. I guess not. There's a bear. Unless I'm blind, which is entirely possible. Hang on. Let's double check real quick. A to Z. You and me. Railu. I guess there isn't. Because it would have been right here. Right? I guess we imagined it. There's no horses in this city. I'm pretty sure I've seen every Pokemon at least. Oh. Now you can see our little guy. He is so small. Sit still, darn it. And he doesn't walk, he just flies. Just flaps like a big old bird. And the overachieving Xerneas also walks pretty normally. He hops forward. He's faster than me. And they couldn't just have him walk normally. He has to hop. So he doesn't really move that much. Moves his legs. Who can say? A little bit, because they both hop. And just kind of move their body like... Yeah, his legs are longer. No offense, Skullspeed. Skullsteed. Yeah, well. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna draw him hopping unless I redraw the legs over and over. The sun will be setting soon, he said, for the third time. Go to sleep, Skolesteed. I don't super regret getting that game or anything, but it's also hard to say I'll ever go back to it unless I want 100%. Or, you know, maybe if the DLC becomes like $2, maybe I'd bother. Acute angle with upward curved spine, and then they make an obtuse angle with a downward curve spine. I will take your word for it. Also, all of our friends here. These were our box of friends I had taken a picture of, and there's Swarmington. Don't know why he specifically was being targeted, but... I doubt I'll draw all of them, but at some point I'll attempt to. An ice cream cone and an... Ergonomics. The ones that like curve with your back? Maybe? I'm sorry, I don't recall. I'm sure I've seen that before, but anywho. Oh. Yeah, there's no Backmo stool, you're right. I was thinking of a chair for some reason. I know you said stool, but... Well, but... Let me check something. But yeah, I think I see what you mean. Well, we're gonna play a new-ish game that isn't out yet. If I'm allowed to. Let's see. Well, you haven't seen me play it yet. It'll be our first game this year. Just because I want to, and also I am done drawing for now because I don't really want to go through the whole process of animating stuff on stream. I feel like that will definitely just be me going, nope, can't do that. Nope, nope, can't do this. Let's see. Crab. Once all is crab, no one will be crab. Yep, it's a good stream, or a good game to just kind of play. I might have to... It seems my thing isn't able to see it. Yeah. So... We're gonna have to pull out the old desktop audio. Oops. I also have it muted, so 1 second. Ta-da! Oh, this is a game on Steam that some lovable nerd requested that I try. It has an open playtest if you ever wanted to try it. That was my first thought too. Like, this sounds like Crash Bandicoot. It made me want to play Crash Bandicoot immediately. But it is not Crash Bandicoot. Let's see. We'll go with basic stuff, since it's the first one. So you pick your 2 things, and now you are just a little blob. We're just a little beautiful blue blob who's killing a giant bee with its teeth. Oh, you know what? Those guys are gonna go attack them, so I'm just gonna do this. But this is a very long game, to be honest. It's one of those games that can just go on for possibly an hour, especially if you get beaten up a lot. Like I do. They keep trying to steal my lunch money. But I like the music just because it reminds me of Crash Bandicoot. And, you know, because it's good. This guy is eating me whole? Not good. Basically, every time you eat, you fill up this little bar, and it will slowly but surely make you evolve into a new being. I took the one for free food. That's how I evolved. Getting free food from the universe itself. Basically, every so often, a fruit just appears. Let's go with a beak. And every time you make a specific kind of evolution, you get that evolution represented on your face. I'm not a fan of the beak, to be honest. Would you like to evolve into this? Your life is beak. There we go. Just a shiny Psyduck. This is what shiny Psyduck wishes it could be. I mean, leveled up. Negative size modifier increases your dodge chance by that amount. That's really good. That was a legendary. And we're just a blue-beaked bean. A good way to put it. But anyways, we can talk about anything while I'm just meandering around. I just wanted to play this on stream at least once. Because it is definitely a casual game. Oh yeah, if you see things sparkling, that means they are very healthy food and you can eat them for health. I can increase a random stat or gain mutagen points, which I can use to re-roll evolutions. Or just, you know... There we go, now I just have feeding speech. Now. Oh no, the fruit was alive! It was real. It was real fake. Ow. Oh, they're still chasing me. Go away. When do I gain thumbs? When I evolve arms. When I evolve feet. Well, if I evolve feet. You can choose to not. I am small. That's a lot of food. Hang on. Something died over here, and now all the food is mine. And I'm still small. And we'll get ever smaller. That is what someone else said when I mentioned this game. It is basically just Spore, but you are Crab. Well, we're a blob at the moment, but eventually we will become Crab. Would anyone want saliva? I know it's a thing that exists for a reason, but we could just become as Bug. Because you know, occasionally you salivate and it heals you, maybe? I don't know either. So we throw some mud on our body and now we can resist the heat. I guess. Oh wait. These darn foxes are trying to steal my food. If it's on the ground, it's mine. Yeah, I guess you could see it like that. And drink all the water. I'm glad I can't bathe in the water and then drink from it. Come back. I need to beak you. Nope. So now our beak can evolve. We can either penetrate enemy plating, which is whatever. Everything is crab. Everything is crab playtest, specifically. But everything is crab, the Animal Evolution Roguelite is the full Steam name. I haven't actually done this one yet. Get a long beak. Now I have an obnoxiously long beak that I can stab people with. And also steal food with. I have become a seagull. No, they were alive! This is the worst enemy. They pretend to be fruit, but they are meat. I think Kevin absolutely mesmerized by the stream. Well, it is free to playtest, Kevin. Do we want fur? What would you rather have, fur or saliva? Admittedly, I think I want elusive. Because now, we have 38% chance to dodge. And also, every so often, a boss shows up. This guy is a Crabbaroo. He's a kangaroo that has evolved crab fists. Ow. Ow. And he's kicking my butt. Nah. No, he was fake. Dodge. Oh no, I'm gonna freeze to death. He's gonna punch me. I dodge. That's fine. Attack the big guy. Good thing I'm dodging. Ow. I'm dead. Goodbye, everybody. And I died. I swear I've beaten this game a few times. But I've also died way more times. I've probably died to this game like 12 times, maybe more. As it turns out, it's easy to die rather than evolve. These are all the... You can splice your DNA. I haven't won with this one because it's difficult. It basically just randomizes what you're doing. But you start with 100 mutagen points. Or we can start as a vegan, which means we cannot eat meat, but we evolve faster from eating fruit. We love gambling. Let's go with that one. And this one is just pacifist. You do less damage, but you evolve a little faster. We continue on. But yeah, the music in this game really reminds me of Crash Bandicoot. I think if I didn't spend all that time basically 100%ing Crash Bandicoot, I would have probably been like, I should play that again. But then, my brain and my arms remember Stormy Ascent. I now have a tail. But thanks to our DNA, we only have one thing to choose when we evolve. But now we have spikes. Which means I have a cool hat. They only Stormy Ascent. No. I would cry. You cry horrible blobby tears, Riesling. Is that what you want? What if I had more eyes? What if I cried with all of my eyes? I'm not really a huge on the eyes either. They turned me into a slime monster, which I already was, but like it's more apparent that I am just a little slimy blob. And then we could cry even more. Right outside our blobby eyes. Now I regenerate. Very slowly, but I do. But this game's fun. It's a good time waster, more or less. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, little rabbit. Eh. That's a lot of guys. They want to eat me. Yeah, that guy didn't care, thankfully. I am small. You cannot hurt me. I am too small. Eh. Stop it. Okay, it's dead. I dodged. No, I didn't dodge. Okay, well, we're fine. What's annoying is most of the time these guys will not leave me alone. If they want to eat me, they will eat me. But, because I have 100 of these, I can use them to re-roll things. Now I have this. I should have upgraded that. Here, in case you didn't read what that does. I can charm the nearest enemy in whatever direction, and while they're charmed, I can command them to do stuff. I have become the boss. The small little boss. But first I'm gonna munch on this random meat. Of course, there's no reason to do that for that guy, but here you go. Kill your friend. I have become Itachi. Kill that guy too. And there's no repercussions for losing your totally not mind-controlled friend. If he dies, he just kind of dies. It could also be chunky. Oh. Sure. I now have a stomach. I guess the only repercussion is now I don't have a friend. I can spend 10 to upgrade this. And now it's legendary, so it's super strong. And now I run away because I'm gonna die. But anyway, what things were we talking about before? Before we got distracted by, everything? Oh, wait. Mostly cartoons, I think. But I don't have any more cartoons to talk about. Well, and Naruto. We were also talking about Naruto, weren't we? But what else is there to say that we haven't said already? I guess I'm a little sad I don't know of any shows that were— whoa. You know what? We're friends now. You killed that guy for me. We're now friends. I don't know of any shows that were, like, inspired by Naruto. Go away. Besides Boruto. Boruto doesn't count. Boruto is just a bad fanfiction given marketing abilities. Okay, I'm not even sure it's marketed that well. Do they make Boruto toys? You don't have to answer that. Pieces dealt by every concept. Blah, 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 blah. I think that takes over my... Yeah, I don't want that. I want friends. I would like my potentially immortal friend. Oh, that was a cartoon thing, though, that I've heard from that video. Is that a lot of shows died off really fast because they just couldn't get people to make toys for them. Ew. Like there was a Batman cartoon that showed briefly on Cartoon Network. But the people that were handling the toys just said, nah, we've already got Batman toys. So they just didn't make them. Okay. Would you rather have legs, arms, or be a snake? What is objectively the correct choice here? You could be a snake. Slithery little boss snake that everyone wants to listen to. Let's... Mint legs, but yeah, Jess would work. Having Jess would be pretty fun. Thing is, with legs, it just makes you faster. But with arms, you could throw rocks. But hey, if you want legs, let's go legs. We now have legs. This stinking jerk. I could make you my friend, but you don't deserve it. Get out of here. Oh, this guy was loaded with food. Apparently he evolved pockets. So yeah, this is the game so far. Obviously this is the unreleased version, it's just a playtest of the main thing. Get out of here. But I'm a fan. It's pretty cute. And now we have a shell. We can become a Koopa. There are also different areas you can go to, like, you know, here's the desert. Yeah. Away. But it's hot here, so we will slowly melt to death. Slowly but surely. Oh, wait. These green guys are the worst, in my opinion. They hit extremely hard. Do we want antennae? No. I don't want stinking antennae. I don't want to go fast, even if I have legs. Yeah, sure. Go around and eat food. And steal food from whoever happens to be stealing your food. Remember, if it's on the ground, it's mine. Ow. I think wings are an upgrade in this game, but there are no birds. Oh, stupid thing. I thought you were real. What? Where'd he go? I pecked him so hard he ceased to exist. That hasn't happened before. The little guys do tend to run away, but that guy went through the universe to get away from me. When do I get that evolution? These stupid shield guys are obnoxious. If they don't look down at me, I can't hit them. Oh. Maybe this is where you went. Maybe, are you the one that got away? I like the music. Really does make me want to play... We're friends now. We're friends now, stop killing me. To be honest, I forgot I could do that. But... I'm gonna get out of here before I freeze to death. It has been nice to be able to talk to everybody. I'm gonna say, I don't know what we're gonna do this year for, you know, all the streaming and stuff. Oh. But it'll possibly be more of what you're used to. Unless I die here. Okay, I'm fine. Everything's fine. These stupid... My cat friend is not very effective at defense. Okay, everything's fine. Kill this guy. Please and thank you. Thank you. Fine. I'll take it. I appreciate all your viewership all of these years. I made the mistake of looking back at old... Oh, okay, I'm dead. I got swarmed by a whole... a cascade of cats. Or whatever a group of cats is called. Another thing you can do, I'm not gonna do it, but you can take a picture of your guy, and it actually, like, saves it to your folder. Gives you a GIF of your little guy bouncing around, and also another picture of your stats. Which is pretty neat. But I wouldn't take a picture of a loser. And now we go back. Back to the start. That was another cartoon. Oh, Back to the Past, but that was another cartoon that was on that video. Made me very sad, but also happy that we got a true ending for Samurai Jack. Apparently the creator intentionally left it unfinished. Which seems a little mean, but... But at least it got an ending, unlike a lot of other shows. Now there are shows like Naruto that you wish would just end and stop making random stuff up. Really wants me to have this shell, but I'm gonna take this tail. There is one other upgrade I really want you guys to see, because it's funny. But it's all random on whether or not I'll get it. It's gonna walk around and enjoy this fruit. This one's also funny. See, there's a bird, but there's no enemy birds. There's bees, but... I don't like antlers. The concept of antlers does not appeal to me. I don't want to punch myself in the face every single time I hit something. Instead, I build armor. So I hopefully get punched less. Stop it. What? Did you just... Comes over here, starts beating me up, takes a bite out of my face, and then he just leaves. He just calls his friends and leaves. And then he comes back, acting like I didn't notice you just walked away. Rude. Well, I'm a small, independent blob. I don't need no arch nemesis. And I definitely don't need people to keep biting my face. Oh. Bit each other's face. That works for me. Victory! Never get past my ultimate technique of running in a circle. That's what evolution truly gave us. Circles. We all circled back around, and I need a weapon. Die. Ah, yes. Another ultimate technique. Whenever I'm damaged, I have a chance to charm enemies by just whining. Please stop hitting me. I'm just a little blob. And you know what? It works. But these guys are jerks. He's gonna keep going. Attack the leaf, grab the leaf, or eat the leaf. I mean, we have to grab it to eat it, but... Meh. Terrain penalty resistance. My ultimate technique. I now can resist getting sand in my pocket. The game's hard. I mean, granted I'm on difficulty 3 or whatever, but it goes up to like difficulty 9. We go with brain? Now we go this way. Where I don't trust it. No, okay, I do trust it. Get out of here. Sneaking tiny bird. Get out of here. I need to heal. Now I am the bully, just going around punching people. You took the bait for me, thanks. I guess I could take this, go beak long, and then go mess with that guy's house. might be a terrible idea. Delightfully devious. So what I just did is I ripped all the food out of that guy's house and just stole it. Because I am the hero in this story. A hero that is about to die to the Cravator. But he'll never get past my ultimate defense. A single tree. Ow. He may have gotten past my ultimate defense. Oh, wait. Just... Worse, he's the last milk bender. Last silk bender. Whoa. Okay. And he's dead. Jeez. And now he truly was the last one. He is dead forever. This one's very strong. Every 10 seconds I get experience based on my prey affinity. And I'm just a little guy. You wouldn't hurt me now, would you? Just a little blob. I could spit at people. It is funny. Here. My ultimate technique. And as I am evolving, obviously I have a lot of ultimate techniques. Don't think about it. Now I can spit at people. I gain the power to bend air into my lungs and then spit saliva at people. Even though I don't have saliva yet, what am I spitting? I'm just going. Yeah. These guys are a pain. They're basically immortal unless they're looking at me. But if they're looking at me, they're punching me. Yeah. And you know how good I am at rhythm games. We're getting further and further away from the food. But you will become food. What did I level from? Whatever, I'm the alpha now. There we go. We did it. We leveled from his blood. Oh, not the cats! Oh, that guy's gonna kill me. 1000% that guy's gonna kill me. Ow. Dodge. I'm done. I couldn't evade them. They're so fast. But along with that, there's also a challenge mode. This one is literally just you start in the desert, everything is desert, survive. I managed to beat that one. But you also only start with one genetic. Not everyone has two, you know. Don't be greedy. But my favorite one is Chaos. I hate sand. It evolves everywhere. But Chaos lets you start with any stat, as far as I can tell. All these red stats, that means they're below the starting average. I'm very, very weak. But I'm good at socializing, which proves easily that this game is a work of fiction. Attack area is up. I'm very small. Heat resistance is a little up. We're just a little guy. But our attack sucks, so... Good luck, chump. Get out of here. This is my food. You coming into Blobbington's realm? What the? That's random. Isn't it supposed to be random? I thought that was the challenge. Oh, these guys are ignoring me. I will take that and move away. Thanks for the food. Oh, I guess it's random how many I get? I'm confused. I haven't done this challenge yet. I beat the last challenge and then said, woo, I did it. It only took 37 tries. Maybe, I didn't actually count, but it felt like that. And then, here I am. Back to eating. Now I have horns. Look upon my horns and tremble, for I will stab at thee. After I'm done eating all of these fruit. Leave him alone, see? Eh. I guess this is just the pick one Cortex. The pick one evolution thing, eh. But I don't get the benefits. Couldn't I have just picked the other? Oh, whatever. Ow, it's hot. Did you know that hot air is hot? Or maybe not, because that one's not here. I'm confused. Oh well. We're cute, so we'll get away with murder. That's how it works, right? And there's Mickey Mouse, taking over the lake. Is this really a desert, or is it just the beach? And attack movement penalty. Now when I stab someone, I can move away a little faster. Now I am smaller. There's a bunch of dead guys here. You know what? That's fine with me. The sun doesn't burn during the night. And apparently it doesn't get cold enough in the desert for me to care. This is Thor. We're gonna make it through. Wait. Anyway, I don't know what to talk about. Still haven't really super decided on what we're going to do on Saturday now that Earthbound is done. A boss is about to come. Yeah, it's fine. What's the boss gonna do to us? Hey, give me that. Hey, give me that. Hey. Thank you. Now we have a tail. And then what? We're all crabs here. Oh, that's a big fish. There are plenty of fish in the sea, but this one's huge. And also not even in the sea. I'll eat this fruit. I'll take regen. I could have become more of a predator, but why would I want that? All the... That's a big guy. Go away. All the big fish in the sea are swimming away. I'm really sad we haven't gotten my favorite evolution, Shelliphant. Ah, thinking you're smart, eh? Whoop. What rolls around comes around. Okay, big guy's after the Shelliphant. That's good for us. If they fight each other, I don't have to worry about it. Ah, he won! Good job. Anyways, I'm taking this stuff. No problem, boss. Alright, do we want arms, legs, or become Snake? I can definitely see this thing getting a Twitch thing where people just vote on what you get, and it's terrible every time. I say... Let's try arms. There we go. Now I got tiny arms. And now we got tiny claws. Now I can stab people with my horns and then claw them to death. Like so. Like so. Okay, he almost killed me. But everything's fine. My ability is pretty high, and I am a leech. Can't believe I've become a Chihuahua. And now I'm a Chihuahua vampire. Oh, I appreciate that I keep the claws, even though I unequip them. That's a lot of dead things. That takes a lot of things. Having saliva also makes it so you... Oh. Oh, I can't reroll. Having saliva also makes me eat faster for some reason. And now I can wag my tail, charming everyone around me, and therefore becoming more of a Chihuahua. Jeez, this guy's just leaving a trail of bodies. He's not even eating them. Which I will gladly take advantage of, but... Ow. Rude. Eat the fish. Avoid that guy. Avoid that guy, too. Oh, now another one. I'm gonna die. Oh no. Only one thing to do. That's hide. I'm not here right now. Walk out. Go back in. Doesn't see me. Now run away. If there's a hole in the ground, that means there's a house there. And you can become safe. You just dig a little deep. Okay. Any dirt pile can become a home if you are brave enough. Or crafty enough. Hello, fish. Goodbye, fish. Sorry, but I was hungry. I can't re-roll, so I have to learn how to spit. I don't want to use it, though. You would think having saliva would buff spit, but no. Spit is just air exiting your lungs and taking stuff with it. I don't know where to go in this game. Pretty sure the maps are always randomized, too, so... Infinite replayability. If I really had to complain about the game, I would say it just takes a little too long. Like, how long have I been playing this one round? Oh, we're friends now. I wouldn't kill a friend. Of course, I don't think the little bird guys actually fight for me. They just kind of exist. But hey, just because you won't kill for me doesn't mean you can't take a bullet for me. That's a healthy thing to say. Get over here. I say, you're stealing my food. And now we're friends, so it's my food. Okay, I guess. I chased him like an obsessive girlfriend enough that he liked me. Oh, and he brings me food. I was just about to say it'd be nice if those guys brought me food, and I guess they do. Another attack I can't use, or don't want to. Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, the little fox guys. He's gonna kill me. 1000%. But maybe, yes, we can get them to fight each other. But the kangaroo only cares about me. What? I didn't know that was a thing. The kangaroo charmed the bad guy. I still need him dead, so... I mean, I guess that's fair. If I'm charming, then so can he be. Dang it. Oh no, he went back in the hole. I wanted to do that. And I'm good. Okay. There is a timer here. Eventually I will pop out. Okay. Everything's good. Ow. Dang it. Please just kill each other. I have nothing to do with this. Meanwhile... my brain is big. My brain and heart are huge. It's not a health problem, it just means, we can be friends. Okay, and if you don't hit them, eventually they get bored of fighting you and leave. So, I could have more arms, but I lose legs. Or we can be a snake, or I can reroll. Or we can eat creeps, which is very useful. And mostly a trickster. And we'll eat. Thing is though, now that the boss has left me alone, he is still in the world. And we'll just kind of go and do stuff. Gonna eat all this food that people left behind. Apparently a big guy died here, cool. And now we're an herbivore. I don't know why I punched that guy. Nope. This is my house covered in gas, chump. the... I think the kangaroo guy is over here charming people to help beat up other people. But hello, stack of food. We still have yet to see my favorite one. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. Didn't have a choice, but I'll take it. Well, I guess I'll spoil it. There is a upgrade that lets you just stuff food into your mouth. What? Why is there this guy out here? Hey, go away. These guys are supposed to be in the ocean. On account of being giant fish. And now he's dead. Should have stayed in the sea, Chumpo. Also, we have 105 heat resistance, so the desert shouldn't hurt me anymore. Y'all's beak and spit attacks and attacks will now apply poison. Does that include leech? Am I a poisonous leech? Uh-oh. After me again. Excuse me, I'm a friend. We hung out for a second, remember? I know it was mostly you trying to kill me, but look, that's enough to bond over. Oh. Ow. I mean, if you got bored killing some guy, yeah, you could be friends with him instead. And I'm hiding. He got upset that he couldn't kill me still. So much stuff happening. Go in, steal that food, because I'm the good guy. In case you were curious, no, you can't charm the bosses, I've tried. The bosses are eternally your foe until they are dead. We're friends now. Ah. Also, there are sand sharks. But there's only one more boss. The game limits me to 3, even though there's so much left of the bar up here. Do you think we can beat him? Probably not. I figured they would be immune to their own poison gas, but I guess not. I'll keep him alive for now. Oh, we're friends now anyway. Cool. I spun my tail around enough that it made him think we were friends. Well, I'm pretty weak, but surely that means we can survive, right? Uh-oh. I'll take that one. I'll cover myself in mud. Uh-oh. Yeah, at least I'm pretty. I'm stuck in a... I'm stuck. I'm about to die. I don't know how I survived. Okay. Everything's fine. Oh, I forgot to... Wait, can I do that from here? No. Could you maybe come help, friend? Okay, he's fighting the big guy, thankfully. Who's not even a friend, they just hate each other. But big fish in the sea survived. We did it! As I died! Dang it! I died and won at the same time. All I had to do was kill him. So I said, forget it. I'll just go for it. And that's how I evolved. I evolved into a self-destructive blue blob. And that's what we look like. Our main predator was a Beware. Dealt 99 damage to me. And my main prey was Beware. I dealt 281 damage. I killed a lot of them. But with that, I think that's where I'll call it for now. So thanks a lot for joining me for Crab and for another year of silly strims. Thanks a lot for joining me for talking about cartoons and whatnot. It was fun. I hope you all enjoyed the strim. I'll be back probably on Saturday for something. I'll figure it out. But really, I appreciate all of you. And I will see you later. Bye for now.